Solfeggio and music theory. That's the theme for today. My name is Alfredo Aranda, and I'm going to be showing you how to study the solfeggio music theory book along with the solfeggio and music theory workbook. First of all, this book or these books are completely bilingual. They can be used in English alone or in Spanish alone. And the workbook contains a lesson plan. It tells you what pages to study first. And if you're a beginner, I suggest that you follow the plan. If you're advanced, maybe you just can find the theme that you want or the question, whatever you want to know, and then go straight to it. The workbook in in the first pages has the letter names. So you have that on page number D or letter D. You have two sets of squares or rectangles. On the right side, you have them in English, so follow the ones in English, unless you want to learn the musical terms in English and Spanish, which is very useful, especially if you teach music in a classroom in which you have English and Spanish kids, or some kids that may not speak or be fluent in either language. So first of all, the lesson plan starts by telling you that you should read from the Solfeggio and Music Theory book that we're going to later call the SAMT book, pages 1 and 2. Once you read pages 1 and 2 from that book, then you're going to work on this book and you're going to fill in the spaces, pages 1 through 9. So let's go to the book and go to page number 1, and then we'll see certain definitions of what is a rhythmic symbol and what is rhythm. So it's in English. We're going to read the English part only for this video. If you like to learn it in Spanish, there is a Spanish version of the exact same thing. So a rhythmic symbol is a symbol that represents the exact duration of a sound. It may be long or short, and that is the rhythmic symbol that we're going to learn in a little bit. Rhythm is once you arrange the rhythms or the symbols, you place a long symbol with a short symbol or several long or short symbols, then you create rhythm, which just about anything you hear out there. In order to make a symbol, you need to know what are the parts that make up this rhythm. So you may need the empty head, which is this. You may also need the full head, which is this, and the stem head, which is this symbol right here, and the flag, which is exactly this. So as you see, there are 7 rhythmic symbols in music. You will see a lot of 7s in music, so you may want to memorize that. You will see a lot of 7s, a lot of 5s, and a lot of 3s. So the names of the notes are whole note, half note, quarter note, eighth note, 16th note, 62nd, 32nd note, and 64th note. It is really easy to memorize because you out of a whole, then you cut it in half, and then in quarter, and then in eighth, and then 16th, 32nd, and 64th. Okay, how do you make a whole note? It's really easy. You just take the empty head and a little circle will be good. And then how do you make a half note? A half note requires 2 parts, the empty head and the stem. The stem may go on the left or on the right. If it goes on the right, it goes up. If it goes on the left, it goes down. To make a quarter note, you need a stem and a head, but this time it's a dark head or black or filled up. And the stem goes the same for all the rhythmic symbols. And then to make an eighth note, you need a full head. After the half note, you don't use the empty head anymore, so the rest of the notes are filled up. So you have a full head, a stem, and a flag. And you notice that the flag, it's always on the right side, only that the flag is pointing up or down depending on the direction of the stem. So you have two flags for the 16th note, three flags for the 32nd, and four flags for the 34th note. And it tells you how to find them and how to write them right here. Those same flags may be used separately on individual notes or maybe substituted by a bar. This is a bar. So instead of having two notes with different flags, you can just write a bar and connect them, and it means exactly the same thing. Or two flags with two bars, or three with three bars, four flags with four bars. You may also find that you may connect one note that has one flag and another one that has two flags. If it has an even number of flags, you need to write one for the first flag that both of the symbols have, and a little one pointing inwards for the extra flag that the other symbol has. And as you see, this one is on the right and this one is on the left. And then you may connect one with one flag to another one that has three flags or four, or do any combination of connections. You may connect three eighth notes with one bar, or 16th notes, or 64, or 32nd and 64th. You may connect 4, 5, 6, 10, 20, as many as you want or you need, and you will see why you need 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or why do you connect them. That's something that I will explain in future videos. You may also see how you have three notes, one with one flag and two with two flags, and this is how you connect them. So you connect the two that have the two flags, and then one for the three, and it looks a little different every time. So once you do this, then you need to go to the Solfeggio Music 30 workbook and start working on the examples right here. So you go to page 1. So the instructions are the following. Match the word of the first column to the definition of the second column. So like rhythm. Rhythm is the systematic arrangements of musical sounds. So that's why there is like a little arrow right here. And so if you want to know what's a rhythmic symbol, you find the definition. So 1 to number 5. Okay, if you want to do it in English and Spanish at the same time, you connect the second column to the third column, like right here. You connect the 3. Es el orden y proporción de las figuras rítmicas en el tiempo. That would be ritmo. So that's how you get a sum of 9. So hint, the sum of the row 1, 2, and 3 equals 9 when matched correctly. If you don't get a 9, that's because you made a mistake. One of the answers is a 2-digit figure that when added will add up to 9 also. And that is the last one. Like flag is equal to this symbol, and in Spanish is corchete. So if you add 6, 6, and 6, that is 18. I want to write like a little 18 right here. But if you add 1 plus 8, that makes 9. Okay, so that's how you fill this the answers on the workbook. And then if you want to get the workbook, you may get them at, or both actually. This is the website. It's edmusica.com. This is where the website where you will find these books and other books. So we're going to continue with the workbook. And you see, now it's time to make the notes. Like, to make a whole note, you only need this one. So you write at 1 here and nothing over here, or zeros if you want on these other places. But to make a half a note, you need one of these and one of these, and none of the other ones. So figure this one out, but with the information you had with the book here, you can make up your own exercises if you don't have the workbook yet. I suggest you get the workbook. It'll be very helpful to practice, and it has a lot of things that you can work on. And the more you practice, the better you will get. So this is the beginning of the book, or the study of the solfeggio and music theory. We will deal with everything you will need to know to understand music. And I hope to see you in the next video. So if you like this video, you may put a like into, or give me a like. If you have any questions, you may also write the questions from what I have said up to this moment. So if you have other questions that are in future lessons, wait a little bit, because I'm going to answer only the questions that pertain to these pages only. If you did not understand something, or if it needs to be clear, whatever you need, let me know. I like to help you. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.